Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Today's reading is going to be about summer romance and love. Is your divine other coming in? What type of relationships are you going to be involved in? We are going to find out. And just to let you know, if this is airing this evening, which I believe will be Friday night, I'll still be running my contest over on Instagram where you can win 2 of the supercharged Stonehenge crystals for a couple, maybe a special someone. And I do these every week or so. I have some sorts of contests and giveaways for free readings and other things like that. Jewelry, whatever. It's like I like to give back. So go over there and check it out. I'm also running my special for readings. For $25 you can ask 2 questions, and I actually create a regular video reading just like this, and then I upload it to a private YouTube link and I send it to your email. They're really nice, and I let people choose. Do you like outside? What kind of backgrounds do you like? Because I feel like that's part of the nice ambiance of the reads as well. So that's running too, you guys. Okay, end of announcements, and we're going to see what your 3 choices are. And today I'm using the Conscious Spirit Oracle deck. Right here, here's the thing. Beautiful artwork, wonderful sentiments. Number 1 is Spirit Awakens. I embrace my soul purpose and align all aspects of my life to it fully. Number 2 is Sacral Chakra. I feel comfortable in my own body and I'm sensitive to other people's feelings. Very important, right? This is some of my favorite artwork. I love this. The Healer. I am loving and compassionate and able to bring healing to others. As you guys might notice, like within your homes right now, there might be some disagreements because of the close quarters, and sharing space with kindness and graciousness sometimes is a little bit of a stressor for people. So when we come at it with compassion for all sides and the other person's point of view, it makes for much calming living environment, right? I've had to do some mediation because, some people are having some strained efforts in my household at times too. When you have teenagers, it just happens. You ate my strawberries, you put my cat outside in the snow. Today it is like 70 degrees out in my yard, so I'm going to do as many outside reads this weekend as possible because I love it, love it, love it. And thank you guys for supporting me over on Patreon and Etsy, buying my creations and supporting me through that. I really, really appreciate it, you guys, and I love the pictures you send wearing my designs. It cracks me up. It's really, really sweet. Yeah, I mean, us people, we like our jewelry and amulets. We sure do. So we're going to start with Spirit Awakens. And just the brief message with that is talking about, how we're often so caught up in the physical and mental aspects of life that we really can neglect our spirit and our souls. That's why the first thing I do when I wake up is I just shut everything off but that connection to spirit. What can I do to align with a really mellow, calm energy so I can be present and aware, right? And this card is definitely a reminder to you that the spirit aspect of self is one that endures. Life after life, it has to be acknowledged and nurtured on this physical plane, because if we place too much emphasis on our physical body or our mind, we forget about that, right? So by awakening the spirit within, we're able to become aligned with our soul purpose and definitely find peace and meaning to life all the time. And we do, but really be aware of allowing others to determine our spiritual path. Our family, my mom was forced to go to Catholic school, and they were terrible to her. She was very free thinking and, like me, believed in esoteric practices and things, so that didn't go over so hot. So again, don't, just because your grandparents' parents school system or something is promoting a certain religious aspect, don't let anybody else determine your spiritual path. That is up to you, and you can combine the best aspects of all, which is what I do. I primarily do keep a large focus on Buddhism, and those practices, they just seem to make a lot of sense and resonate with me. As long as anything that is green, magic and earth and healing, all of that, definitely holistic practices and stuff. And I'm never critical of any other religion. It's what anybody chooses, they choose them. But I'm not really linked up to specific religion or dogma. It's an inner knowing. It's a feeling of connectedness, of love and joy, right? Being one with divine source. So bringing together your lower and higher chakras and merging them in your heart chakra, you're able to lovingly connect to spirit and all spiritual wisdom. And this is very important in your love journey. So let's see what's coming for you. I'm really excited. I'm going to choose a few of these beautiful angel cards. I got to give them a little shuffle-oo. We're going to choose these two at the beginning and see what your message is. So first one is messenger of action. Sometimes new and exciting, something new and exciting related to creativity on your career comes to your attention. You feel an eagerness to learn and you're ready to get going. So although you may feel insecure, do it anyway. This card represents someone in your life that might be coming in who is creative, enthusiastic, and fascinated by life. And that's what you want. So the people that you're going to meet this summer that interest you are people that are interested in life. They have, a joie de vivre. They're excited about things. Everything isn't mundane and boring and blah, blah, blah. This isn't like an individual that's self-important. They're excited and they show their enthusiasm. And that's important to you because I feel like you get really, zazzed over certain things too. Like last night, Hagen turned on the Holy Grail and he'd never seen it before. And I forgot how insanely funny it was. Just so silly. Like when they're going around collecting Bring Out for the Dead, and this guy's trying to throw his grandfather who's still alive in the pile, and he's like, no, I'm not dead, I'm fine. He's like, no, you're really sickly. He's like, no, I feel good, I want to go for a walk. It was so funny. And I love people that laugh at silly things, and that's sort of what this person is like. Also with the 5 of action, remember that your angels want you to know that your current challenge is going to push you to be assertive and self-confident. Be willing to stand up for yourself and defend your positions too. So when these people that you're going to meet, you're going to have really great boundaries already in place. It's not like you're going to go with the flow. If somebody says something that's very off or ill-timed or meant to be harmful, it's like you're going to stand up for what is important to you, what is meaningful for you, because you're going to be really in touch with your emotional state, your logical state, and have these firm boundaries. So that's something that's going to be very appealing to them as well. Now, I am going to pull a couple of these because I feel like they're really helpful, seeing what is occurring in terms of, it could be anything, zodiac signs. Yeah, I feel like one of the people coming in could perhaps be an Aries. And I love how they mention it as a radical, but I do feel like Aries, because they're so active, self-starting, super daring, they are a fierce sign. They have such wonderful leadership qualities, like they know what they want and they go after it. They're quite competitive, but they help other people see the best in themselves as well, because they set the standards high. And, they want to bring you along for the ride. Let's try this. They're very active, like other fire signs. They're usually in very good physical shape. They like to be out in the sun. They love to bike, hike, walk, all of that. So I feel like you're going to have some fun summer activities. I feel like you'll be out on boats as well. Now, emphasis will be placed on the 11th house with some of these individuals you'll meet. Friendships, group creativity, community, humanity, hope. I feel like these people will be invested in some efforts that will be healing and restorative for what's happening after, everything settles down in the world, and some new systems are going to have to be implemented, obviously. And I feel like they're in the forefront of this kind of healing. They have that light working energy, and that really appeals to you, because I feel like you do too. You really care what's going to become, of the healing and recuperative processes, and be involved in that. And you're going to make a lot of friends over the summer with that. I feel that's when you're going to have some fun romantic relationships as well. Some of you guys, with the feeling of this read, I feel like it's less, I feel like a lot of true loves are going to be registered in this group. Whatever it is, it's like, what's important now and what's meaningful. So anybody, even on the periphery, that doesn't just ring true to you, you're easily discarding that attention. So you're able to focus on the one that is like primarily holds all those beautiful attributes that you love. But you're going to have a fun, adventurous summer. I see you going out on boats. I see everybody wanting you to water skiing. I see you having fun dining experiences out over the water. There's a lot of water that's going to be involved, a lot of laughter, a lot of fun. And this is friends bringing in other friends that all of a sudden just really register with you and connect. A lot of fun, laughter, lightheartedness. Now you also have a quincux, which is about some complexities. The things that used to irritate, puzzle, mystify you, and drive you crazy and add complications, you're releasing. You don't want contradictions in your life. You don't want circuses anymore. You don't want, things that you're constantly having to work at or figure out. Those type of people that come in, you're going to release very easily, because you realize if they if the attention is solely on them all the time, that is someone who just is so attention seeking, and that can be really irritating, and you're done with those irritations. So you're releasing it because you want true friendships. You want light, love, congeniality. Now you also have the beautiful trine flow energy with these relationships. Things that are instantly harmonious, things that benefit you and energize you and you enjoy. Everything else, why bother? Why give any of your time to anything that is going to sap your energy? And your people and relationships that you're now allowing in can be really expansive, fun, and light, and that's all you want, and that's what you're going to kind of like ease your, dipping your toe in the water of relationships, and then meet this extraordinary person as well that just gels with you beautifully. So that's you guys, beautiful energy group 1. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and keep watching further videos because I'm doing 2 a day. I'm doing one that is like just energy, basic energy, and spirit messages. And then in the evening, I'm usually doing love reads, soulmate reads, and things like that because I like to balance it out. I know some people that are already coupled up and happy and content like different sorts of messages, and then singles or people still searching like these types of messages. So, I'll be doing one of these each evening as well. So again, love and light, all my links are down below. Come get your 2-question readings for only $25. It's a great special. Come see me over on Instagram and win your prizes and your amulets. Really great energy for you guys. Just light, light and free. You're over the heaviness, and voila. Okay, so now we're on to number 2. I'm going to have a little sip of water. I love this card and the artwork. I find all the artwork in these decks very beautiful. So feel comfortable in your own body, and, while being sensitive to other people's feelings. I know with spring and summer, this is a really good card to come out because a lot of people, we come out, and us Caucasian folks sometimes are almost glow in the dark. And forget it, if you have red hair, you're Irish, you're just going to burn like a baked potato in the oven at 750 degrees Fahrenheit. It's all those things everybody's like, oh my gosh, I have freckles, or oh my gosh, I have whatever, dry skin or ashy skin or whatever. People, everything in glaring sunlight. It takes a while to acclimate to seeing ourselves, right, in less clothing and all of that, and be comfortable in your body. It is just a vessel here that contains all the good stuff, all the meaningful stuff, right? Now, with this card, I like this because the sacral chakra is linked to water, sexuality, emotions. The color associated with it is orange, and it's situated between the navel and our genitalia. This card is asking you to let go of any manipulative or aggressive behaviors that bring conflict in your life, right? You need to learn to be intuitive and understanding in your relationships with others, but also within yourself, because if you're shy and untrusting, this card could be an indication that you need to seek out reasons for your distrust of others, right? If you're trying to allow a new love in relationships, why the distrust? Was maybe perhaps a past relationship very manipulative? A lot of people that I've dealt with personally in life coaching have said, that their particular other started off so sweet, so, attentive and loving. And then all of a sudden that possessive attribute or that manipulation would come in. And then they felt disappointed in themselves for falling for that. But narcissists can do a great job of that. So don't blame yourself, and don't be suspicious of all of mankind just because of that. Because by acknowledging and releasing past experiences, it brings out these emotions in us that you'll be able to trust one again, right? You'll be able to trust yourself, your judgment from a more objective perspective, and you're not blaming yourself because somebody else is a straight up wanker. And so many people have experienced at least one manipulative, crazy person. And I have to say, when I was 19, I had the same experience. I met somebody through China Support Network that I thought was my ideal, but absolutely genius, an astrophysicist, absolutely loved and adored the calm beauty. And I'm very attracted to Asian culture, and he was from China. But then, wham, all of a sudden I realized when I wanted to work in an industry where I would travel, he was like, oh, you're not going anywhere. Sometimes these things just come up and you're like, what? And you're like, oh, no, that's not how this works. See you later. We never know where people are going to switch that insane switch on. So it's not our fault. It's just something that lies dormant until that subject comes up. So we're much more, aware of that and red flags, and you're really in that. But this is wonderful because you have a conjunction coming into your empowerment phase, which, that means when you're combined with others like you, when you have ideas and you're in a grouping, it enhances how you think and operate. It strengthens you. Joining forces is helpful. The person that's coming in is going to activate all these wonderful creative aspects to all these well thought out plans that you're going to have follow through with and are going to help you with success. This person that comes in is your empowerment person for you. And also, Chiron, they're going to bring in healing powers, growth, amends, release of things that were painful for you in the past. Any inherited issues from your family, could be religion, could be self-confidence, self-doubt, any of those things. Generational trauma is going to be released. I feel like this person that's coming in has a lot of shamanistic qualities, very healing, very holistic for you. Let's see too what some potential signs might be. So we have Cancer and Leo. So I actually feel like you're going to have two relationships this summer. One that's I feel like is a warm-up. So Leo energy is great. They are the lover. They're bedazzling. They're extroverted. They're wonderful. They're, they're that fun sign that goes out. They're a little excessive, but they're very creative and fun and warm. Cancer, funny on the other hand, these are both my children. My son, who's 16, is a Leo. My daughter, who's 19, is a Cancer. And Cancers are super deep feeling people. They're very comforting to be around. They're very tender. They're very, very sensitive, nostalgic, wonderful, caring, calm people. And what I feel like is at the beginning of the summer, you're going to meet someone. It's going to be quick, fast, crazy passion. But what happens is I feel like for some of you, that's going to fizzle out quite soon. And that most likely will be like with a Leo or Aries sort. And it's because it's just that passion of the summer, being by the water, having fun, all of that, connecting. And you're kind of like reconnecting with your passionate side as well. But then you're realizing this is not someone that I would keep long term due to whatever, immaturity or something I'm feeling for a lot of you. And then whim, I feel like your secondary rich long-term relationship is coming in with something that's more gels more beautifully with your temperament, your ideals, all of that. And it's more like Cancerian energy. It's calmer, it's more relatable, it's more expansive, long-term, deeper. Because Cancers love to talk about feelings and expressing them. And that builds a lot of connectivity. Rich communication is something that creates high compatibility, creates longevity. And that is something that's probably necessary for you right now as well. So right now we have 7 of Abundance message, which is saying, I'm just going to read it to you. Have patience. Sometimes dreams grow slowly. Don't worry. The hard work you've invested will bring about bountiful harvest. This is a good time to prepare because things will soon move forward quickly. Use this time to rest and plan. So yeah, I feel like within project, within searching for the significant other, you have planted seeds, and now, the universe is just saying, be patient. These results are going to come in, and they're going to be better than you even imagined because you have just let go and gone in the flow and are going to allow for the universe to bring it to you. So you're not having these insane expectations for them to arrive in this big golden box at a certain time. You're willing to be flexible in all of this, and that's what makes it that much more special. I feel like a lot of intimacy, time investments in this new person. They're investing a lot of time, effort, and affection into you, and it gets quite intense, and it's beautiful, and it's like one of those mysteries that it's like you feel cherished, and that's important to you. You're going to have a lot of breakthroughs. You're going to have a lot of original insights and thought that's going to add to like diversity in your life due to these people. Very expansive energy. People that really do think of the collective and healing and holistic and all of that type of energy, which is right up your alley. I feel like you're really going to have a good time with all of these people, as well as just never doubt that you can make a difference. Your creativity and your ability to be innovative right now is definitely making you destined to be succeed. These messages are coming in really strong with this. I feel like love helps you evolve in every single way. This summer group 2 for sure. So beautiful energy. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below as well. I love this energy for you. Yeah, and it is really important where we just, we don't have focus on our physical self that much. Of course, we have self-care, and we're taking care of ourselves, but we're not hung up on little things. It's important that our health is utmost, right? That's really what we're looking at. So that's you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. If you need a private read, you want to go to my Etsy store, come see me on Instagram and win your amulets and other prizes. And we are now going to go on to number 3. Every once in a while there's a breeze that kicks up, but I like to have these unencumbered because the artwork's so beautiful. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck. I just love it. The big crystal, the bear peering over her shoulders, the feathers. It's just gorgeous. So I'm going to have a sip of my tea. And we are going to begin with you, group 3. So right now, with the healer, the message with this is quite simple. I am loving and compassionate, and I'm able to bring healing to others. When we are this way, it's absolutely true. And I can say for my own life, I know if I am disengaged or self-involved and there's conflict going on around me, I'll have an impatience. So all I have to do is all I'll say is allow for this time to mend this or to fix this, because a lot of times I'm the peacekeeper in my family. When you have 2 teenagers, crap can go left real fast. So you just got to take a breath and go, okay. And, your children will always accuse you of favoritism or whatever, or bias when they are not getting their way. So as the adult, you have to put your foot down, yet do it with compassion. So this energy right now is here to ask you to awaken your natural feminine healing abilities, whether you're male or female. But before you can heal others, you need to bring about healing in your own life, in the mental, the physical, and the spiritual level, for sure, And by doing this, or to even do this, we have to connect to healing energies of nature by eating fresh, organic, whole foods. If possible, follow a vegetarian diet. I definitely feel better when I have anything that grows out of trees, comes out of the ocean or the ground, for sure. It's just one of those things that digests with ease. I feel better. I just feel cleaner, clearer energy as well. And also, if you're ever trying to digest a lot of deep fried food or whatever, you just feel sluggish, right? You feel heavy, and it doesn't work too well with your system. I always think of Legolas in this instance. I was always impressed with how fleet he's able to move and jump and all of that. And I remember doing gymnastics and horseback riding and martial arts and all of that. That was always something key when I was younger, and as it is now, to be able to move fluidly and with ease is important in our life. It helps us not get knee and joint injuries, things of that nature, right? We also need to remove chemical toxins from our diet, right? Our beauty regimen and our environment, and treat our body with the utmost respect. Give it rest, exercise, and nutrition when it needs it. All the time, because then we're in the state where we can help others. So let's see what's going to go on in the love arena. And when we do that too, we feel good about our bodies, right? Then we feel like, hey, look at this. Look, I have a little muscle. I've never had arm muscles. My arms are hilarious. And when we're getting our black belts, push-ups were always my weak spot. I could do 1,000,000 sit-ups and never get tired. It was the weirdest thing. But as soon as I started doing push-ups, by the time I hit 50, it was game over. I just couldn't do it anymore. And it was so embarrassing. People could do hundreds of them. So now we're on to what is going on in the energy that's coming in. So it's going to be your assets and material world possessions, finance, talent, value, solidity, worthiness. All of this is going to come into play for you. And also your reputation, your career, your responsibilities, achievements, competence, a fame, notoriety, standing, authority figures. I really feel like you're going to be excelled in your reputation. And because of that, the attraction factor goes up. People are going to see you on social media and other places and see your offerings professionally or otherwise and be like, wow, this person is very interesting or substantial or whatever. That's definitely how a lot of your loves are going to be introduced to you, through social media. Somebody's going to connect with you, a lot of you guys. And it's not because of, your assets and what you have, but your personal assets. I feel like you have a good sense of humor, and what's important to you, and how you view the world is interesting to them, and they're taking note of that. You have a good sense of humor. It makes them definitely attracted to you, and I feel like they're silly and fun as well. So here's some possible signs that will be interested in you too. And it could just be rising, sun sign. So Libra, Libran energy is very unique. It's very harmonious, cooperative, balanced, socially aware. I love Libran energy because they're not competitive. They're very idealistic and graceful and considerate of everybody else. For the majority of you, I do feel like this is the energy coming in because you're now at a phase in life where you want that. You want that peace. You want that quiet. You want that beautiful, artistic, fair, idealistic energy in your life. Now we also have Scorpio, and again, this happened in the first group. I feel that just happened while I was filming. I think when I'm filming in direct sun that the camera gets warm and it just shuts off. So I just am moving the very tail end of this last portion for you guys inside. So yeah, I was like, did the battery run out? And then I couldn't figure out what was happening. So I am going to finish this. So read again, like what I was saying is in one of the other reads, something similar was happened where I felt like there was going to be two people in the summer, very distinctly different types. And one is very fiery and again animalistic and like intense and passionate, and that's going to burn out quickly. I feel like that's a 30-40 day type of like, just feeling your oats. It's beautiful out, you're feeling sexy and hot, and everybody's at the beach and things are going on, and it fits for the moment. But then as I feel like as summer's kind of winding down, that you want a calmer companion, and this person comes in and they seem almost like the exact opposite of the Scorpio type that had you, held in such thrall. But again, sometimes you just do have those passionate, quick, intense relationships. And because everything is so hot and heavy, you don't notice all the little incompatibilities till things start to settle down a little bit. And then all of a sudden there's just some chinks in that armor that are kind of unacceptable for a long term or a longevity in a relationship. And then I feel like this beautiful Libran type of energy comes in. It doesn't have to be a Libra it in itself, but it is the Libran tendencies, the idealism, very romantic, balanced, socially aware people. They love beautiful aesthetics. They're quite an elegant sign, and it's one of those things where you like those calmer waters. It's like, yeah, a crazy passion is fun at a time, but again, we want that balance, that normalcy too, as it were, because I feel like when you have those really like amazing passionate moments, it's like they're unstable. I always reckon it to that like 9.5 weeks, right, where it's intense, but that intensity has to go somewhere at some point. And I feel like, you're going to have a lot of creative energy surging all around you that's going to lead you to new and brilliant ideas. So you're going to need a calmer counterpoint, because you're going to really be making some dreams happen for yourself right now, because your thoughts are going to be filled with positivity. And your life is going to be plentiful and filled with prosperity for sure. I mean, good things coming. You're going to know you can do that. You're going to feel and know your power. You're going to have super courageous steps towards living your life to its utmost. And it's kind of like, because you're just like, I choose joy and ease every day. I don't want to fight this. I don't want all these challenges. I don't want this bad energy. I don't want drama. And by releasing all that, you're going to have all these wonderful things coming, and you're going to be really proud of yourself. And because your heart is open, love is going to pour in and out, and you're going to have a really wonderful, wonderful time. So that is you, Group 3. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. You got an indoor-outdoor read. All my links are down below. If you need a private read or anything, just check in down below, and all is well down there. You have the Etsy store, and come see me on Instagram as well, so you can join all the contests and the fun memes and win free reads and all the other goodies that I do too. Love and light to you guys. Thank you so much for supporting my channel and your comments. I read them all. I haven't had time to respond, but how you're doing is important to me, and I feel really connected to you guys, and thank you for all the love and support.